Hi everybody and welcome back to Play It Again. I'm Sue and I'm so glad you could join me again today. But before we get started, if you could like this video, subscribe to my channel and click on the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, I would greatly appreciate it. So one of my subscribers had written down in the comments of a Led Zeppelin song that I needed to check out a band called Hawkwind. And I've never heard of Hawkwind before. I didn't know what kind of music they played, but he said it was rock music and it was really a cool kind of group. He also told me that Lemmy from Motorhead was in this group. So I thought, well, that really would be cool. I know a few Motorhead songs and I like them. So I thought, well, maybe this would be something that I would really like. So we're going to check them out and we're going to see what this one is like. It's called SILVERMACHINE and it is by Hawkwind. Here we go. 1972 live version. This is really cool. I really like that. I like that consistent bass line and those heavy drums that are keeping that all the way through the song. That's super cool. I really like it. And Lemmy singing, his voice isn't quite as, I don't know, maybe raunchy or maybe strained. I'm not exactly sure what the word would be, as it is in some of his Motorhead songs. It's a little cleaner in this song than it is in later songs with Motorhead. And what's the woman doing? Does she, I don't see her playing any instruments. She's standing there doing some kind of movements. She looked like she was locking something up on stage at one point, but does she sing any of their songs? Maybe you can tell me what her name is, put it down in the comments, or does she play an instrument? I'm not sure what her purpose in this group is, but they have a whole bunch of people on there doing some cool things with the flute and the organ and of course guitar, bass, drums. Really great song. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. I'd like to check out more of Hawkwind. They described them, when I looked them up today for the fun fact, they described them as a space rock band. And I've never heard of the term space rock. So if you can tell me other bands that are were into space rock, that would be great. And what was the time period on that type of rock? Because I've never heard of that. Anyway, let's get back to it. This is really great.
Thank you very much.
That was super cool. I really, really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. I would totally be into hearing more Hawkwind stuff. That was fantastic. And you could hear like they kind of had the stuff that sounded like it was a little bit more 60s and then stuff that sounded like it was a little bit more 70s, which mid 70s, which makes sense because this was right kind of in the middle, 71, 72. So they kind of were taking sounds from, you know, previous maybe bands and sounds, and then again maybe later on, especially the bass line and stuff of bands that may have been around maybe in the mid to late 70s. Anyway, very cool. Very, very cool. The woman still didn't do anything on stage. Is she normally, maybe it was just one particular song. Does she normally do any singing? And who was the guy that was echoing the Silver Machine near the end in the high-pitched voice? Was that Lemmy again, or was that one of the other band members? Because that was kind of cool. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. I really like that. So if you have any more Hawkwind songs that you know, put them down in the comments because I would love to check them out because they were really great. Now, my fun fact for this song was that Lemmy wasn't their normal lead singer. It was a guy named Robert Culvert, and he actually was the singer on this song when it was originally recorded as a live version. And they weren't really happy with how it turned out. The rest of the band thought that the vocals on his version of the song were weak. So when they went into the studio, they overdubbed it with Lemmy's voice, and he became the lead singer for this particular single. However, they tried every single member of the band first before they got to Lemmy, and they didn't like any of it, how it turned out with any of the other guys in the band. But when Lemmy did it, it was kind of like he was the last straw. He did it, and they loved it. And apparently, Lemmy said that it was Culvert's version was terrible. He basically said that it was like Captain Kirk blowing in the wind. He said it was just not a good, didn't sound good. It was really weak, and apparently Culvert was very upset when Lemmy ended up singing the song because it was his song originally when he recorded it. Unfortunately, he had been in a hospital or something like that at the time and didn't really have much say over what was actually happening. So he wasn't too happy when he actually got to he got replaced and Lemmy took over. But anyway, that was fantastic. I really loved it. If there's any other rock bands that you think I may not know, put those down in the comments. I'd love to check them out. And like I said before, if there's any more Hawkwind songs that you know, put that down in the comments. And again, explain to me what the term space rock means. And maybe you could give me some examples of other bands that performed space rock, because maybe I've heard some songs and I didn't know that they actually were referred to as space rock. Anyway, that wraps it up for today. So everybody have a joyful day, and we'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye.